Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
No, this is crazy. I do hear
Victory
that.
Monday.
We're so
Victory
good.
Monday.
Victory Monday, you know what time it is.
Yes, sir. You back?
VSU won too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
75-25.
I thought that was joking.
Oh no, nah. Because yeah, we lost by one the week before, so they took all their frustrations out on who we played. We played who, Livingston. One of the CI team.
See, that's what happened. I didn't know we lost last week because we didn't record.
Yeah, lost to
Mm-mm-mm.
Elizabeth City, 16-17,
Mm.
and they was a one-win team, bro. That's some cowboy stuff right there.
Typical.
Yep.
Um, we are the. I'm about to say three man. But no, we are the Dallas duo. I went half of the Dallas duo. D Hill, who do I have with me, sir?
I got your boy D White man back again on this Victory Monday, episode 40, baby, rolling along.
Yes, sir. I want to appreciate the three man we for letting us utilize the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and let's get right into it, man. Uh, we had a game against the Rams, and the Rams always scare me, bro.
Right,
Like,
right.
no matter the record, no matter what they got going on,
Mm-hmm.
it's just always, Aaron Donald, you get scared, you know, McVay,
McVay always drawing up a good game plan.
yeah,
Cooper Cup
and
being good Cooper Cup.
yeah, and then we came out and got sacked 3 times.
3 times.
I mean, 3 times in the first possession. I'm like, this can't go no worse.
Yeah.
Um,
Like you can't start a game no worse than that. Like can't even draw it up that bad.
Absolutely, it's like I said, we knew we wasn't gonna have Tyron, but it's like, okay, you know,
Somebody step up. Like come on. I know Chuma is better at guard than tackle, but come on.
but three in the first drive.
Right. That's yeah. Come on, man.
Oh man, but we got it together. We got lucky with the penalty that was, it was a bad call.
You're right.
But hey, I'm glad we was the one that benefited from this bad call,
For
and
real.
we've seen it. We've been the recipient on the other side, you know.
Many times.
So we got that. We kept the drive going, and we got the wheeling and dealing.
Yep. Yep.
What about this game would like impress you the most? I know we're gonna do our good, bad, and ugly, but like, what really impressed you the most, though?
I think I feel like it felt and looked with the eye test like the coaching staff really took time over the bye week to to self scout and get together. All right, this won't work in the first half. This won't work, and this is working. Let's incorporate more in this. All right, now I see what other teams are doing that's successful, and we're not successful. Now I got to try to, it seemed like they really got to work over the bye week and implemented some stuff offensively more than anything that wasn't working in the first half of the season. They put into this game, and I seen it come to fruition, man. Brandon Cooks got involved, CeeDee Lamb all over the field. Like you forcing the ball to your number one wide receivers. Every good team, every good offense in the league is doing that, except for us. And now, like, you got CD involved 12, 14 targets, 12 catches, man. I mean, if you throw that man the ball, he's catching it. And he's going to make a play for you. You know what I'm saying?
and that's the beauty of throwing it to your not one more number one wide receiver. It's like we get it. It's like if the numbers wasn't so efficient
Mm-hmm.
of just throwing it to CD Lamb, like we wouldn't be making this complaint. We
Right.
would be saying, "Hey, no, you gotta get open more. You gotta do this. You got." But the results are there,
Yeah, exactly.
and like you say, it's frustrating. You see it every week, and we're like, "Oh man, how did Cooper Cup get 10 targets?"
Right.
Or AJ Brown got another 9 route, like you know,
AJ Brown every week.
yeah, like how's Tyreek Hill open? You
Every week.
know, Stephon Diggs got, it's like, hold on, bro, like we got one of them ones too,
Exactly.
like
And you think teams ain't game planning to stop them? Like, come on, man.
exactly. So, like I said, it was frustrating. I think it was more frustrating that CD had to be frustrated and say what he had to say.
Exactly.
And they tried to spin it, try to put that narrative on it like he was some diva type of dude. It's like, no, this makes sense. Like, bro,
Right.
it don't matter what type of football, if you are eye test guy, analytical guy,
Mm-hmm.
like
All all 22 guy.
Like
Like,
any type of a casual fan, like it just makes sense to just get him the ball. Like everything just looked better.
he's your best playmaker on offense. Give him the ball.
I give Mike McCarthy a plea basically because of what he was accustomed to in Green Bay. He never had he had number one wide receivers on his team. But the difference between the number one and the number two wasn't that glaring like it is in Dallas.
Right, right.
Like when he had Greg Jennings and Donald Driver,
Mm-hmm.
then Jordy Nelson, they
Right.
okay, you may be better, but you're not this far off. Then when he transferred, to Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
it's a pecking order, but it's not that far.
Right.
Then, like I say, when Devontae finally grew up, even when he finally grew up, Jordy Nelson was still,
Mm-hmm.
Jordy Nelson at that point when he was on the down end after the ACL. But like as you see, what I'm saying
Right.
is the discrepancy between their one and two wasn't as a big of a gap like it is in Dallas.
Exactly. And
So
I
I could
can see that.
understand him like trying to spread the ball around,
Right.
trying to get everybody involved. But this offense, this passing offense, needs to run through CD.
Exactly.
Then you can get everybody else involved.
There you go.
And like you said, we got some of the changes that we seen throughout the bye week that we wanted. And it was refreshing to see like, okay, oh, we do know how to use Brandon Cooks.
Right. Right.
Oh, Jalen Tolbert in the game more than Gallup.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when we throw it to Gallup now, it makes sense.
Exactly. Not 10 targets. One or
Yo,
two targets
yeah.
for a first down.
And when he catching scramble drills, he looking more like
Thank you.
Gallup.
Thank you. Getting first downs for you, making big toe tap drag catches. Like,
Jake Jake Ferguson involved.
yeah.
It seemed like everybody was in their rightful place
Mm-hmm.
because CD was eating.
Thank you. It made
It
everything connected once CD got involved. Everything fell into place.
stop trying to make everybody else connect
Exactly.
first. No, make sure CD eat first, and then everything else gonna fall in place.
Right. Right. It's not. It's like it's not that. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't have been that complicated. But hey, at least they figured it out for
Listen,
1 week anyway.
it definitely should have never been that complicated.
Right.
But we've seen before, even in certain teams, say it don't never really click like that.
Right.
So we just happened to see it because I ain't gonna lie to you, it felt like we lost the bye week.
Right.
Just hearing all the content creators having no faith in the changes that we want being implemented.
Mm-hmm.
We had more pre-snap motion.
Right.
I mean, we didn't run as much as the 49ers or the Dolphins, but we had more pre-snap motion.
Hey, gotta start from somewhere.
You feel what I'm saying? Um, like you said, we had less Gallup.
Mm-hmm.
We had less of them other tight ends. We had more Jake Ferguson.
Right.
The running game,
It ain't there yet. It's a work in progress.
it wasn't bad. I think it could have been. I think obviously it could have been better.
Right.
And if we was
And
trying
I
to
see some
force
outside
feed the
zone
issue,
runs and some tosses. So that,
the tosses work.
yeah, that made me feel a little better. They wanted to try to run A gap, B gap.
So getting with Velasco, the coach back, it was crazy because I'm like hearing it all week on other shows. Is like they hyping up getting Velasco back, and I'm like, we really shouldn't be. It shouldn't be this vital for a running back coach or a running back game coordinator to come back to make the necessary changes that we need.
Right.
Like I'm not minimizing his loss, and I'm glad his health is back in order.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't have been that bad
Exactly.
that he was out, and now it should have been just
Right.
yeah. So, but I'm glad he back.
Mm-hmm.
Rico was could have been more involved.
Yeah, Rico need the ball more, man. That man run. That man run.
He run like he broke, right?
Yeah. He trying to get to that paycheck.
Hmm.
Yeah. He need to get the ball more. I'm sorry.
And there's no knock on Tony.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, once again, we're just using the running game wrong.
We are.
I was just listening to Believe, Jeff Kavanaugh
Jesse Holly.
and Jesse. They were speaking on Duke, and Duke was like, they need to get back to the runs that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
some of the duos and stuff.
Right.
And of course we're gonna lean to his expertise when it comes to offensive line and the running game.
Definitely.
But it's like somebody has to figure this out,
Yeah.
and it has to get better. And I believe that it will get better.
Right.
It it will get better.
Right. I mean, the passing game evolved and getting better. With the Charger game, it got better. This game, it got even better. So hopefully they can do the same
So
with the
something,
offense.
something. It's a work in progress. So once again, they lied to us. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
It was just
Let's keep it real.
yeah. This Texas coast, we only changed 70% in or whatever.
Right.
No, it's a brand new offense,
It's brand. Right. Right.
and it's gonna take time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is week 8. This is around the time that it's time to y'all to figure it out.
Yeah. Get it together.
Gets that Chargers game. I know they didn't want to give us no credit. It's the worst defense. Blah blah blah. We see some things that was working, that was positive.
Right.
This week, now all of a sudden, the Rams just so trash.
Now,
You know, the Rams just so trash,
now they
right?
trash now.
Like, and I'm not sitting here acting like this Rams was so good.
Nah,
Don't get me
Rams Super
wrong.
Bowl caliber too, but nah.
But all their games, all their losses have been by 7 points or less.
Right.
And they played some teams. They
Definitely.
played the 49ers. They
Mm-hmm.
played the Eagles.
Right.
So okay then. So don't make it seem like,
There's some scrubs out there ain't doing
yeah,
nothing. They in the wild card hunt for sure. Like
at,
they'll be right there.
where they were,
Yeah.
Stafford got hurt, you
Right.
know. So we don't know how long he gonna be out or whatever. But they had a chance to be in the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a chance to be in the wild card, you all right. At least bare minimum.
Right. Right.
But we went out there, we did our thing. Um, I want us to build on what we saw. Continue utilizing CD. Let's get the running game better.
Mm-hmm.
Dak continue to use his legs.
Yeah. Y'all, dual threat Dak is the Dak. He opens up this offense, man.
And I think something clicked in his mind.
Right. Yep.
And that's what the point. And I know we hear about, this is year 8 for Dak. What is he gonna do it? When is he gonna figure it out? And I know I've been called the apologist, and I know, we blame the coaches, we blame the scheme and all that.
Right.
But that is one of those things that he just got to be like, look, bro, I got to make a play.
Yeah, that's on him right there.
But at the same time, they say they did him a favor. They say, hey, look, let's get a little less Gallup.
Mm-hmm.
let's
we,
get,
yeah, please a little less.
let's get a little less Gallup out here. You know what I'm saying? So now we ain't got no choice but to force it to see.
That's right.
So sometimes, help me help you.
Right.
But
right. Help me help you, because like I said, dual threat deck. Well, so our kids were saying good night.
oh yeah,
Dual threat deck is the deck we need, man. That's help opens up the offense. Gets get a little scramble drill for the wide receivers. I figure like we got wide receivers that's good at that. You know what I'm saying? Getting over and getting to an open spot, and that can find them. That's good on the run.
that's one of Gallup's strengths.
Yeah.
So I know we can't drop scramble drill play,
Right.
but if it happened, that's when it's my time to shine.
Exactly.
Um, but like you say, utilize your legs. It gets you. It helps the offensive line because, like I said, they still need their continuity.
Yeah.
It helps you out from getting hit, and you can make a play.
Make
You
a play.
still a playmaker at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just beneficial. Everybody works out.
Exactly.
Let's go to the injury report first because once again we get lucky in the games.
Right. Practice.
Whatever they doing in practice.
Thursday, every Thursday practice, bro. I don't
Yeah,
understand it.
every practice, they got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Um,
Thursday. What they doing?
Trumia Doga, he went out on the court. It looked bad. He was replacing Tyron. His report is a low ankle sprain though. Now, we've all had low ankle sprains.
Right.
They're more, lenient to
Mm-hmm.
you come back quicker recovery.
Right.
2 to 3 weeks probably at the most type for a low ankle sprain, depending on your threshold of pain. Um, Already though, he done his job.
Right.
True Doga has done his job
Mm-hmm.
for the entire season to me.
Yep.
So he can't do no wrong to me
Exactly. He
as
done
of
made his
right
money.
now.
He done made his money.
Absolutely. You just started 3 games because Tyron missed already.
Right.
You stepped up. You wasn't a liability. So we felt confident putting you out there,
Mm-hmm.
and you did your job. So apparently, Tyron could have played. Coaches kept him out as a precautionary.
Right.
Smart play.
Right.
Um, hopefully he should be back this week. Like I say,
We gonna
we are recording Monday. We
yeah.
do know the deaf Thursday practices
Right.
is
Exactly.
coming. So knock on wood, we can just continue to be healthy. But other than that, everybody was good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think that was.
yeah,
Yeah.
say,
Yeah. I think that was it. Yep.
say we got good.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the favorite segment,
Oh
the
yeah.
good, bad, and the ugly. Let's get to the offensive aspect. Who you had on offense for your good?
Offense for my good. I don't want to get nobody that's everybody do CD, do that. I'm gonna go Jake Ferguson, man. Like I feel like he's almost becoming the number two option in the offense for real.
Mm-hmm.
Run them seam routes, man. He's blocking. He's the most important. He's catching the ball. He's reliable. That know he gonna be where he's supposed to be, and he gonna come down with the ball. Cause that seam route for that touchdown, man. That throw over the safety and the line. That was crazy, bro.
That's what we've been trying to hit for weeks.
Yep, for weeks. So I'm gonna go with Jay Ferguson, man, because he's stepping up as the number one tight end and becoming a reliable target for Dak. Cause Dak likes using his tight ends, and for a couple weeks now,
Yeah.
outside of, if Jake won in the game, man, it wasn't looking too good. So
Schoon caught a good pass, first
yeah,
down. And I like that. It was a positive sign.
right,
Um, I mean, you left it on the table for me, so I'm definitely gonna take it.
right,
Dak.
right.
And the reason why I'm going with that because y'all definitely don't hesitate to let us know when he has a bad game.
I mean, immediately.
I mean, when he has a bad game, we definitely y'all don't waste no time. Y'all got
Mm-hmm.
the memes,
How many
uh,
segments
yeah,
galore?
segments. Y'all start
And
the show.
he had one segment today about that, and he had a best game of the weekend for the
Absolutely.
reception and the
So,
quarterback.
the way the way he was throwing the ball, I know he
Mm-hmm.
had an interception. It got tipped,
Yeah,
and then
that throw.
McEwen tipped it. The only thing I didn't like about that play, even if it wasn't tipped, it was way too congested.
It's congested in there. Yeah, there's a lot going on
It
in
was a
there.
lot going on. So, I think we should clean that up
Yeah,
because it was bound something bad to happen on that
right,
anyway,
right,
unless he just threw a tight window dime.
right. He was testing fate right there. It was too many bodies over that middle right there.
But that was the bad. I say that was the worst part of this day.
Right.
Was that like I said? But like I say, we threw a deep pass to Cooks, had some deep crosses to
Mm-hmm.
Cooks. You know, we tried to throw the ball to Tolbert.
Right.
Cool, say cool.
Yeah.
Say okay, cool. Um, CD8. Obviously, he could have been the good.
Yeah.
That either candidate. But like I said, I'm glad you took Jake. So yeah. Uh, the bad.
So I want to go like we hit on it a little bit earlier. I'm gonna go. It won't. Say it won't terrible, but the run game need to get going
Yeah.
a little bit more. Just to Mike McCarthy always talk about complementary offense, a balanced offense, but the run game is lacking so we're gonna get balanced. We gotta get something. We gotta run blocking better, like I said. If it's the run blocking scheme or whatever it is. Because I mean, we got good backs. They ain't all pros, but they above average running backs. They can hit a hole. They can, you know what I'm saying? They
Right.
got good vision. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be the back. So we need to get that blocking scheme going better. Something.
I'm gonna say right there with you because Tony still looks like Tony to me.
Right.
Rico. We see the glimpses in Rico.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so of everything. Like the hole's really not there. The scheme is not really cohesive. Like they really got to get that on the same page.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they alluded to asking the linemen to do more things than they've been accustomed to doing. Like I say, it may take time for it to gel. Like I say, we've had so many different combinations this year alone
This year alone, bro.
as well. So
This year alone.
I mean, so they got to get it together. So it's not really in panic mode, but it definitely was a bad.
Right, right.
Oh,
It's
like you
good.
say,
It's good enough to keep teams honest, but it's not. It's not a dominant run game. It's like you're not gonna salt the game away in the fourth quarter running the ball like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
about
You
to
still
say
got to pass for first downs. And sometimes you just want to be able to run.
you want to just get out the game,
Right. You just want to get out the game.
like some other teams do.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Like we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
um, defense. Go ahead and say it.
Good. My man, Mr. Pick Six himself. The Ron Bland fifth round pick, Fresno State. The league slept, and the Cowboys were like, "We'll take him flat." The man, I don't know how many superlatives to give him, what else to say that hadn't been said. The man just Johnny on the spot. He don't try to do nothing extra. He don't try to do too much. He play his position. He know his job. He in the right place at the right time. The man tackles. The man covers, pass breakups, and when you give him the chance, he gonna jump in. He gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? The man he's just a solid football player, bro. And like we lucky to have him, man.
And like
We lucky to have him.
absolutely, because like I said, don't get it wrong. Puka was one of the league leaders in wide receiver statistics.
I think he ain't had nothing under like 80 yards until yesterday.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, Cooper Cup came back. Cooper Cup ain't looked like himself the past 2 games.
Yeah, the past two games something been off with him.
But when he first came back, he looked like Cooper Cup.
Right.
And he's still a tough matchup. Um, but yeah, definitely all everything bland. I mean, but the secondary as a whole, like,
I was just about to say you can say the whole
hey,
secondary. Yep.
you didn't even say Gilmore name, did you?
Yeah. I ain't even hit. I seen him with that pass breakup in the end zone. That's the only time I seen him.
Jordan Lewis, right?
Yep.
You didn't say his name either, right?
Yep.
And sometimes when you don't say somebody's name, it is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a reason why before Stafford got hurt, he really wasn't looking like himself. The boys weren't open.
He was nobody's open. Mm-hmm.
So kudos to them. Kudos to the game plan, taking on the challenge, because I'm pretty sure that they heard about their receivers all week. So shouts out to them as a whole. But Bland was the one.
Yeah.
And before we move on, I know we can go honorable mention. Marquise Bell, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Like,
he was covering, tackling. I was like, it's not a fluke that now. Like one
yeah,
good game, two good games. The man that did it multiple times is on film.
yeah.
He's a playmaker.
And like I said,
LVE better hey, might be
tighten
Wally
up.
Pip. Might be Wally Pip.
Hey, get, get,
Put
get your
in.
sideline speeches together.
Yep. That's
Hold that tablet.
yeah. That's good. That's
Um,
good depth.
yeah, the good depth. And we're gonna need it. Like I said, his coverage though.
Yeah.
Like it was one play in particular, like he was running with Tutu Atwell.
Yeah, the 2-2 Atwood one. Yep.
Like, bro, you running step for step
That's crazy.
with Tutu Atwell. Like that's all he do is all he is fast.
All he is fast.
So seeing that was like, okay, we got something here.
We got something.
Cause we know he gonna tackle.
Yeah. I said, man, I say in the off season, get some of that Vach. Off season peanut
Butter.
10, 15 more pounds on him. Oh, and we there.
But does he?
I think if we get to, I didn't get off topic, but maybe a power running team, we might. I don't know if we'll see it this week or not. But Jalen is all banged up, so I don't think he'll be running like talking about.
Because this is a
power running team. They might try to run at him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think teams that try to run at him yet. So that'd be his next test to see if he can hold up at because he's like 212, 215.
Yeah, 215.
Too light, you know what I'm saying? If he's like 220, that'd be then maybe that be a you know what I'm saying?
I know we don't want to have a future conversation now,
right.
but you gotta think about it. We're gonna have Overshown back.
Right.
Still gonna have Clark.
Yeah.
It's probably our last year with J-Ron Curse. We probably put Bell in the curse roll.
Right.
And we're not gonna, we're not gonna lose much.
That's true. And we got LVE for one more year too.
So
yeah,
we're gonna have some things to work with.
Right.
So it meant him getting. That's why I meant like him getting bigger.
Right.
May not necessarily be beneficial. Go get stronger though. Go get some of that peanut butter.
Yeah. Get some of that peanut butter though.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But uh, but last week you asked the question before we left. We don't have a bad or ugly for the because it's a blowout.
Right,
I
right.
mean, unless you have a bad. I don't have nothing bad.
I don't have a bad. This Sam Williams man.
That's what I was getting to. I, when you asked for Sam Williams
Yeah.
last week, and I don't know if they said, you know what, we got something for you.
Right.
He was a gunner on special teams. I don't know if this is his first time being on special teams or not.
I don't yeah. I don't either. I never seen him, so I didn't see him make plays. So I don't know if he been out there or not.
But if that was, is that what they playing? Oh, you want more snaps?
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Got
And if he responded like that,
you. Yeah.
because you've seen him, he got more defensive snaps in the game.
Yeah. He had some. He had at least 10, 15 pass rush snaps.
So if that's what he got to do, they figured it out.
Yeah. And I'm
So
with that. I'm with that.
he asked to be freed.
Right.
They said, okay, don't worry about it. We give you some. And he said,
Yeah.
okay, don't worry about it.
Right.
And that's how you
I like
respond.
that mentality. I like that mentality.
That's how you respond. Like you say, you want to be, if you want to be free, and then they give you the opportunity, you got to seize that moment.
You gotta make the best. You gotta make the best of it, bro. And that's
Yeah.
what he did.
So I'm glad he
Got that
stayed focused.
mentality, though.
Oh, I mean, he gonna do that.
He gonna get that offside.
Oh, he gonna do that, you know.
He gonna get that one offside, man. I'll tell you that right now.
But it didn't matter though.
Yeah, it was still good. So I can't hate him, man. He did his thing, so I ain't gonna hate on him.
Well, we got our guests in the building,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
so it must be Philly week.
It's Philly week,
So let's introduce our guy.
my man.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, sir?
How y'all doing?
Good man. Good.
And we're good. Hopefully, you're good.
Oh, I'm very good.
Right.
Oh, you very good. Oh,
I'm 7-1 good.
Right.
Introduce yourself first, my brother.
Well, y'all know me, Philly native, scrap, lifelong Eagles fan, all Eagles, hate Dallas, rivalry renewed.
Definitely. The league is better when we both good, man. For sure.
That is true.
It's gonna be a big week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, I feel that bounce back victory for the Eagles was much needed. We won the game this week, so it makes sense for this collision course Fox game of the week.
Right.
You know, all that media hype that they want to do, put it behind, it's warranted this week. You know, so I'm very excited.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, like, it seems like it always happens this way. Both of our teams get on a roll, and then we meet at this point. This is kind of like a determining factor in the season because how many division games have y'all won?
We only had one.
Okay,
Yeah, we
so
only had the Giants.
we're 2-0 in the division, so this is a big game for the division.
Absolutely. Division, seeding overall. But as the way the 49ers have been going on the 3-game losing streak, I know they beat us, but they left it up. You know, they gave us another chance if we handle our business against Philly. Same for y'all. Like I said, the number one seed y'all was fighting for, number one seed against the 49ers.
Yeah, if they beat us this week, it's pretty much locked up.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what the Eagles want. Me personally, you can speak on this scrap. Y'all haven't looked like y'all did last year,
Right.
but the
Miami
the championship pedigree that y'all do have continues to show. Like some of these games, y'all look like what's going on. Like Jalen Hurts with the turnover, with the most turnovers he's ever had, and y'all always just find a way to just figure it out.
Yeah, this has been a tough season, but when you're a good team, you're supposed to win the games that you're supposed to win. And I think that that's what we're doing, and you find a way to win. I mean, I think everybody who watches the NFL knows that there's no easy game on Sunday.
Right.
So, if you're getting the wins, you're doing the job. So I think they're doing what they need to do, and they're figuring things out. You also got to think that it's a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. There's new pieces that were added to the team. So we're kind of putting it all together. And, you see teams stumble out the gate with not a lot of preseason action and like not a lot of training camp. So it takes about a good 6, 7 weeks to really get into a rhythm.
That's what we alluded to before you got on about our offense. We were like, okay, we starting to see the things that we wanted to see from the offense.
That's not what I wanted to see.
um, let's talk about the injury report. Hopefully for us, we spoke on it. Tyron should be back this week. Knock on wood. Our Thursday practices are normally our death certificate.
I'm
We've
glad
been
to
getting
hear
more people injured on practice than the game.
that. Right.
Chewy Adoga left on the card, but he's a low ankle But other than that, we're pretty much healthy. What about y'all? I seen Jalen Carter went out. I heard Slay got hurt, but I think he came back and continued to play.
I think Slay's fine. I think Jalen Carter's going to be fine. The ones that I'm worried about is Cam Jurgens on the offensive line. Um, I don't know what the injury was. I think we'll hear about it tomorrow, but they're saying that he got injured, could possibly be out. That's a big blow to the offensive line. And then Hurts as well. I'm trying to figure out what's up with his leg. He hasn't been on the injury report, but he's definitely hobbled.
Right.
I
He
mean,
was
it's
wearing
clear
a
as day he got that big old Stone Cold brace
Right.
that they
something
trying to
heavy.
cover it up.
They covering something up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Um, what was your thoughts overall thoughts on the game though?
Um, I feel like the first game between us is always like us trying to figure each other out.
Right.
Um, it never really turns into the offensive shootout that the last game turns into. And then being that this is in Philly, I think it's going to be more of a grind out game.
Mm.
Um, I think whoever can win one the battle in the trenches, but also the run game, is going to win that game.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't think that there's going to be a lot of passing, although that can take advantage of us with our soft secondary right now. Byard is still getting adjusted to the defense, but Bradbury is a body. I think we've all seen that.
Yeah.
Um, and I think what y'all are doing with CD now that you weren't doing in the beginning of the season, moving him around in the formation, that's deadly against a defense like us. So I think you can expose us, but I think it's ultimately going to come down to the trenches and the run game.
I agree. And like we just talking about earlier, our run game ain't been hitting clicking all season, so I'm
Mhm.
worried about that for real. And that defense, y'all defense line is crazy, so I don't expect it to get going this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, we've had some offensive line issues when it comes to the continuity, and like I say, the way y'all defensive line is set up is definitely gonna put the pressure. We need all horses on deck. Um, but I think the way AJ Brown is playing is really being understated.
That's a bad boy, man.
Like ever since he cuts Hurts out on that sideline,
It done changed.
they have been totally different.
Told.
Um, I think he's going to put the most pressure on everybody involved in our secondary.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we're going to play this. Like if we're going to let Gilmore travel, let Bland travel, or
He gonna let
let them,
Gilmore old ass.
they're gonna play their side. Not really sure if Dan Quinn is gonna how he's gonna attack this,
Right.
but I think the way that they've been playing this year, we got to figure out a way to stop AJ Brown.
Yeah.
yeah, AJ's been a monster this year. Um,
Crazy.
I really don't know how you stop him unless you double him.
Right.
Like,
And Devontae
and
Smith.
we saw Washington try to double him, they just got burnt.
Mm-hmm.
So I I think y'all will find a way to take him out of the game in some way. That's what division games are like. You find a way to take your playmakers out of the game, and it becomes, like I said, the battle of the trenches.
Yeah,
So I think y'all will scheme in some way to get him taken out, but then you got to worry about Devontae, and then you got to worry about Goddard, and now possibly Julio. Julio, I know,
Okay. Oh, okay.
I
He
know.
good for one. He good for one a game though.
And that was the one. And
That's
that
the
was the
one.
one.
Yeah,
He got the one against Washington.
Right.
Let's get it on out of the way. Like, come on, bro. I'm not about to sit here and talk about AARP, Julio. Like, man, I think honestly, we haven't had this matchup in a while. We was deprived from it last year. The Dak versus Jalen Hurts matchup.
Right.
The first time we seen it, Hurts was a pup. He wasn't ready for the moment yet. You know, it went bad. Then when we caught, Hurts when he was in his bag, he had to go against Cooper Rush.
Right. Right.
Dak came back, and then we had to go against Gardner Minshew.
yep,
So I think now, as a, I can't speak for Dak, but it's like more so. You should view this as a pride thing, like, oh, people say Hurts is better than me, like, come on now, like I'm still him. You should view it that way.
Right.
And on the same way, Hurts should be like, yeah, dog, I took the throne. You not getting this back. Like, I think we should see one of those matchups that we normally see from other quarterbacks. Like you say, we normally see from Mahomes and Herbert and stuff, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. Those matchups when we get to see, I think we should be able to see that between these two quarterbacks based off pride.
Right.
It may not look like, you know, 400-yard passing game. It may look like a football game.
Right.
yep.
And that's exactly what they want to be.
Yeah, I think especially with the rivalry of Dallas and Philly, and having the two top quarterbacks in the league, I would say,
Mhm.
this is definitely a historic matchup for this season at least. Because, like you said, we've been deprived of it for so long,
Yeah.
and seeing these two at the top of their game is going to be awesome. Not only for the NFC East, but for the NFL as a whole. So it definitely deserves game of the week. Um, you know, star power, I would say.
Yeah. So you got a matchup you want to discuss?
Like I can't leave without talking about Micah, man. I'm scared of Micah. Um, going to, our offensive line is great, but
Mhm.
he is wreaking havoc on offensive lines right now, and he's moving around, all around the field, just trying to gain advantages.
Right.
That worries me. And like I said, with Hurt kind of being a little bit immobile right now, how effective is he going to be in the pocket when you got Michael Parsons coming down? So, I mean, the matchup that I'm looking at is not only Michael Parsons versus our offensive line, but Michael Parsons against Hurts himself.
Mhm.
I think that's going to be the game changer right there on your side. I think on our side, it's really just our defensive line being able to dominate your offensive line.
Yeah.
If Jalen Carter is out there, can he dominate? If Jordan Davis is out there, can he stop Tony Pollard? Can Reddick get out and stop Tony Pollard from getting to the outside? Like, I think that's going to be the chess game between the two teams.
D-White, you got one?
Reddick get enough love, man. Reddick he a baller, man. I
Yeah.
can't believe Arizona misused him like that for so many years, bro. That's crazy, man.
You got a
So
matchup,
the
D-White?
matchup, yeah, Philly. My bad here.
You know what I'm saying? You got a matchup?
Oh, like I said, I think the biggest matchup, like Scrap said, is gonna be their D line for them against our offensive line, man. I just don't trust Biotis. He's undersized. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
he always come up nicked up. Jalen Carter get on top of him, bro. Pause. It's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for us, I think like CD against their secondary. Like I said, I think our offense gonna start moving towards getting CD more involved first to open up everything else for everybody else.
I want to see who wins the turnover battle.
Yep.
I think that's going to be key. And I stated that Hurts has had the most turnovers that he's had in his career, but they haven't really been a detriment per
Right.
se. I guess it hurt against the Jets,
Yeah.
but other than that, they found a way to win the game. Now, when we've had our bad interceptions or bad turnovers, we haven't overcome those. So can we have, if they say, if Dak throws a pick or we fumble, can we have the resolve to bounce back from those type of turnovers? Because the Eagles have shown, yeah, he threw an interception or he fumbled. Okay, we're gonna figure out a way to just get it back, to get back. But can we do the same thing? That's gonna be key. And these type of matchups, like you say, because every possession is going to be vital.
Exactly.
Like you said, you already talked about the offensive line, the defensive line. Like you said, Hassan Reddick, Terrence Steele.
Hmm.
Like you said, we alluded to AJ Brown, Gilmore, Bland. Who knows? CD Lamb versus Slay.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna take that approach of the turnover battle. Who can win the turnover battle? Because it seems like when we win the turnover battle,
Hmm.
the momentum goes on our side to a whole nother level.
Right.
But we can attest that to, we can attribute that to who's our opponent is.
Very, very true. Yeah. Very true.
All right, you got a score prediction? Don't say nothing
Being
crazy.
being that we're at home, I'm gonna say 24-21.
I like that. Oh, for the Cowboys?
No, no, not for the
Oh,
Cowboys.
no.
Definitely not for the Cowboys.
Just making sure, you know.
No, no. Notice I gave us the home field advantage.
You know, I mean, we got the better kicker. You know, I don't know.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
D Wade, what you got?
Right. I already picked before we did the preseason job. I picked us to lose to them at in Philly and win in Dallas. So
Hmm.
I'm, my heart, I'm going with Dallas. But for what I said, in preseason, I'm gonna go 27-24 Eagles just because they're at home. A late field goal to win it.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question about that too, and I want you to answer this as well after. I got. I'm gonna go with us winning. I have to. Um, I'm gonna go with 28-24. Go with 28-24.
Philly.
Question? Of course not. Of course not. Because I believe, and I want y'all to both answer this. I want you to put some perspective. We lost to the 49ers. That was the measuring stick game of where do we rank in the hierarchy in the NFC. We got blown out, didn't stand a chance. I know we get to play the Eagles twice, but can we afford? Well, I'm gonna let D Wade answer this first. Can we afford to lose this game, this first game to Philly, based off how we lost to the 49ers?
Yeah, nah, definitely not. Definitely not. And then the manner of how you lose matters as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Okay.
said, in my scenario, it's 24-24 for the kick a field goal 3 seconds later. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot different than going out there and then beating us 30-10. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's a
yeah.
lot different. So no, we really can't afford to lose because they 7-1 and
Hmm.
they're gonna go up, 3 games on us basically, and they locking up the division pretty much early in the season. But
I mean, let's
I
talk
mean,
about it.
it ain't never, but it ain't over till it's over. But they got a good stranglehold on it if we lose this game.
Now, the reason I wanted to ask you this crap is because y'all about to go in that tough stretch of y'all schedule. So let's say, hypothetical, y'all lose this game with the schedule that y'all have coming up after that. Could y'all recover, or could this start a snowball effect? So is this game more important to get now versus losing the second game around the second matchup at when we Cowboys play at home?
If we lost to Miami last week, I would have had a different opinion.
Okay.
But the fact that we won against Miami, I think this game mattered, but it doesn't matter as much in terms of the rest of the season.
Okay.
Because I think we might lose to Kansas City, but Kansas City's looking shaky.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Um,
Right.
Buffalo is coming to Philly.
They ain't
Yeah.
looking good.
So I think some of those games that we thought were going to be a little bit harder in the beginning of the season are looking a little bit more winnable than they were in the beginning. What I want to say about our matchup is you guys have had success in coming into Philly and beating us in Philly. But what happens with us is whoever wins the first game normally
Yeah,
doesn't win the second game
Right,
yeah,
exactly, right.
because the teams adjust.
Right.
So I think it can go either way. You guys could come into Philly and beat us, or we could win. But I think the second game, whoever won the first game, the other person's gonna win the
Right.
second game.
yeah. I had a splitting initially, but like I say, I know I've just picked us to win this game, but I understand if we lose this game, we got the home game as well. But I'm looking at it just off the simple fact of how we lost to the 49ers.
Right.
And I think it would be if we when we play y'all again and we win, it wouldn't have the same effect. Or like, oh yeah, y'all just yeah, y'all got y'all get back. But
Yeah. Philly the resting players. They
yeah.
already.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? You get some of that rhetoric. Oh, they just went on a gauntlet against Kansas City, Buffalo, all that. It's starting to get, they grade us with a curve,
Yeah.
you know. So I'd rather for us to go ahead and handle business now.
No, I agree with
Yeah,
that. I agree with that.
From a media aspect of how they handle how we lose. Now, once again, if we just lose by a late field goal,
Right.
the game is close, we can accept that. It's a division game.
Right.
So
I think y'all are definitely gonna come in being a hungrier team right now.
you would
Um,
think,
yeah, I think so. Um, just because we know what we have coming up, and then also we're already 2-0 in the division.
mhm,
So I think I'm not saying that we're not gonna play to our level, but I think you guys have a little bit more on the line right now than we do for the rest of the season.
yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, it was supposed to be personal against the 49ers. And you see how that went.
It was personal
That's
You
though.
know.
true too.
So
And honestly, that's the game I think we're waiting for
Right. Before now, yeah.
because we got the 49ers at home.
yeah. And like I say, there a lot y'all heard a lot of the y'all only won because Purdy was hurt,
Right.
backup quarterback. Yeah, so it's I get it.
Definitely. Yeah.
I get it. But this is still a divisional rivalry.
It
It's
is.
one of the ones I would definitely go, you got this circle on your schedule too. So
And we also still have two games against the Giants left
yeah,
towards the end of the season,
Yeah.
and one
to keep
against y'all. So like I said, I think y'all are coming in with a little bit more momentum than we are right now.
y'all can't wait
Where
to play the Giants.
it's not that we can't wait to play them. It's just that like at the end of the season, like how competitive are they going to be?
Exactly.
They're already trading away their players.
Yeah.
Right. What the team gonna look like by the time they come around.
Right.
So yeah. Uh I appreciate you joining us, my brother.
My man, appreciate you.
You got
The legend himself.
There's No Crying in Fantasy, right?
There's no crying in fantasy. I think it'll be on Thursday this week.
Yeah, believe it's Thursday this week.
Yep.
So yeah,
So
y'all stay on tune on the social media for There's No Crying in Fantasy. I definitely cry in private, but
we all do.
Yeah,
cause
Hill down bad right now.
I'm telling it's bad for you,
Hill
boy.
down bad right now. Yeah.
I'm telling this could be a whole other 30 minutes.
It's a tough season.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be struggling now. Cause I got Kirk like my starting quarterback like 2 leads, bro. And I
Ooh,
got Matthew Stafford backing him up. I'm like, oh my goodness,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
you're going to
done.
figure something out.
I'm cooked, bro.
Misery loves some company.
Yeah, for
So
sure, man.
come on, let me.
Right.
All right, man. So
I appreciate y'all boys. Best of luck.
yes,
And,
sir.
we'll talk
Appreciate
again.
you, man. Good
You'll
seeing
talk
you, bro.
again for the rematch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Uh, like I said, that was a good one.
Yeah.
We try to keep it cordial. No need to hot take it and go all with the salacious.
Nah.
You know,
Yeah.
just keep it cordial. Just keep. He picked this team, like you said, and we picked ours. Well, I did.
Yeah.
But I understand though, D White,
Yeah,
because
that one I went, early in the
no,
season. I won't go flop back on it.
I understand because once we did our season prediction,
Right.
we had a splitting with the Eagles, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But this is episode 40.
40 of
Yeah,
them things.
yeah, 40 piece,
40
100,
P 40.
100 licky. Um, maybe on the lookout. My schedule may change, so you know how that go.
Right, you know
So
how that go.
yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all posted.
Right.
But I appreciate y'all if y'all caught it on the live. If y'all can plan on catching it on the playback, what I'm saying, I appreciate everybody.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the button, man.
Trade deadline tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. So keep your eyes and ears open. We're gonna be crickets in Dallas, but hey, we might
For
get
other
somebody you
teams,
never heard of. We might get somebody you never heard of. You never know.
yeah, one of those. I already got my rant already loaded, pre ready about to hit YouTube tomorrow, so
Yep.
you gotta worry about that.
You already know.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we out. I'm D Hill. That's D White. And we out.